I would first off like to welcome everyone to Destination Downtown Janesville on behalf of Downtown Janesville, Inc. My name is Britton Langfoss, and I'm the current president of Downtown Janesville, Inc., one of the many partners that came together to make sure today happened, as well as all the positive momentum that is Arise. Yesterday, at the Forward Janesville Business Expo, the Arise Now group launched the Are You In campaign, and I'm inviting you to get involved. I am inviting you to get involved. It takes all members of our community to make sure we have a successful downtown. And a vibrant downtown contributes to the success of any city. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage each and everyone to become active members in our community. This can be something as simple as taking a stroll through downtown, going to see a show at JPAC, checking out a book at the Hedberg Public Library, eating at any of our restaurants downtown, and shopping at all of the numerous shops in our downtown. You can do any of these activities tonight. After the conclusion of today's ceremony, I do invite you to stay downtown and continue the celebrations. Other exciting things to bring you back downtown include the Janesville Farmers Market that will continue through the end of this month on Saturday mornings. They are doing a special trick-or-treat edition on October 28th, so be sure to bring down the kiddos that day. Also, we're kicking off the holiday shopping season on November 17th from 4 to 8 p.m., and that is the Meander downtown. And also, I cannot, leave out the family-friendly favorite, Janesville's Jolly Jingle, which will be December 1st through the 3rd. We have started on a great journey here in downtown Janesville, and I hope that each and every one of you are inspired to get involved, informed, interested, and integral to the success of downtown. Thank you so much, and I invite Forward Janesville President John Becker to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you, Britton. I'm inspired. I'm inspired by you. Welcome to this magnificent setting on this gloriously beautiful day. Are we lucky or what? As Britton said, I'm John Beckert. I'm here representing Forward Janesville, and I have the privilege of telling you about the partnerships that have helped make this day possible, and what I expect will be many more ribbon cuttings and celebrations that will happen in the next few years. Now, the partnership that's received the most attention in the press, and of course yesterday at our expo, is called the Arise Now Committee. And that's a group of representatives from the City of Janesville, Forward Janesville, Downtown Janesville Incorporated, and the Janesville Performing Arts Center. We've been working hand in glove for a long time, developing the plans to sequence the various projects that will appear around this square, and to complement the public sector investment in the Arise plan with meaningful private sector investment. Now, Forward Janesville has a charitable arm. It's called the Forward Foundation. A lot of people get confused a little bit. There's two separate organizations that are connected at the hip. But the Forward Foundation has launched a campaign to raise $10 million over the next 5 years from private contributions to augment and enhance the improvements that will be financed by federal, state, and local tax dollars, and Mark's going to tell you more about that in a second. But the project we celebrate today is an example how this partnership works. What we're sitting in and what we're looking at here is public money coming together to create this space. But right behind us is an area that is unfinished, and in the spring we'll begin the process of building an interactive water feature with a giant sculpture, misters, and all sorts of fun things that people will want to interact with, and you're going to want to bring your kids down here. And I hope that early in the summer we'll be getting together again to cut another ribbon to celebrate the opening of that water feature. And I think it's important to note that the partnerships needed to move this plan to completion, because this is only the start, it will require the involvement of more than the city, Forward Janesville, Downtown Janesville, Inc., and JPAC. I'm going to echo a little bit of what Britton just talked about. We need other organizations and citizens to step up and help make this vision a reality. Already we've heard from the Rock County Historical Society, Rotary Gardens, the Janesville School District, and other groups. They want to find ways to pitch in and help out. We have hundreds of people who have said they want to donate money to the project, which is a good thing, and something, by the way, you can do over a 5-year period if that helps make it easier on the family budget. But if you're one of the 500 citizens who participated in the Arise forums that planned and developed this concept, thank you. If you're one of the 150 people who participated in the town square planning forums, thank you. And if you're one of the volunteers who helped organize today's presentation or yesterday's celebration, again, thank you. And if you're one of the people, businesses, or foundations who have already contributed, and I hope you read about the two $1 million contributions that we announced yesterday, but if you're one of those people who are planning to make a contribution to this project, thank you. The point is, none of us is as smart as all of us, none of us is as good as all of us, and none of us can accomplish alone what we can accomplish together as partners. I'd like to welcome City Manager Mark Freitag to the podium next. He's going to tell you about the city's involvement in this project. Mark?
So thank you, John. Thank you, Britton. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished community leaders, downtown businesses, residents of Janesville. It's a beautiful, wonderful day here in South Central Wisconsin. We're celebrating something that's been on the books now for a couple years, and it's finally arrived. And so let's just give all those folks that have been involved in this process a wonderful round of applause, because I know we're excited. So there's a gentleman by the name of Joel A. Barker. He's a technology and business futurist and a best-selling author. And he's known for the following quote, which I think is very appropriate for what we see happening here today. He says, "Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. Vision with action can change the world." The revitalization of our downtown is indeed changing Janesville. We've coupled vision with action here in the downtown, and it's truly evident here on these steps leading down to the Rock River, the city's and the community's greatest natural asset. This effort began with the city and community leaders having a vision, developing a plan, and then putting resources towards that plan. Their ideas, their time, their money, their sweat, and their intellectual capacity. Today we celebrate a huge victory for Janesville. But this is more than a celebration of concrete, of metal and steel, and of nice landscaping. This celebration is about people and about partnerships, as John pointed out. We have many to thank. I'd like to take a few minutes to thank those who have played a big role in this victory today. First of all, to Gilbank Construction, the company that built this fine addition and first step in our town square. Would Terry Beggs and Gary Gilbank please come forward? You could just stand front and center, face the crowd. So Just wanted to say thanks to both of these gentlemen. Terry was the construction superintendent and has been just superb to work with. He managed the day-to-day project details. And likewise, Gary has been the primary owner representative that the city has dealt with on our contract changes. And so I wanted to present each of them with a City Coin of Excellence and to say thank you. I'd also be remiss if I didn't thank James Gilbank and John Williams, other owners in the company, for their company's professionalism and the quality work product that they delivered today. I understand they're in attendance today, and so if we could just say a thank you and give them a round of applause to James Gilbank and John Williams. Next is Matt McGrath. Matt, could you come down? There he is. So, ladies and gentlemen, Matt is a city employee. Most importantly, he's the senior engineer in the Department of Public Works. This has been his project, his baby. And I just have to say, Matt, you've done exceptionally. We appreciate all your hard work. I will note that Matt not only has made sure that this side of the river got ready for today, but he's also been working very, very hard to make sure that the east side is nice, neat, clean, and orderly. It's not beautiful. We got some work to do on that in 2019, but significant improvement over what we had to look at about 2 weeks ago. And so I want to say thank you. And so next I'd like to thank the third and final group, and that is what we call in the city Work Team Number 1. Work Team Number 1 is the community group that has worked the details of this town square project over the past 2.5 years. They've met 8 times to ensure that these designs are perfect for our community. And I'd ask the members of Work Team 1 to please come forward and receive a City Coin of Excellence. So those members are Council Member Rich Gruber, John Beckard, Mick Gilbertson, Britton Langfoss, Jackie Wood, Lisa Herda, Paul Woodard, Dwayne Cherick, Dean Proctor from Vanderwall, and Zach Simpson from Strand. Please come forward, join me up front.
Members of Work Team 1 receiving their coins right now as we look out over the new dock and the newest entrance into the Rock River.
Watch the cord. As I said, today is a huge victory for Janesville, but let's not rest on our laurels today. There's much work yet to be done. We've recently seen the approval of a downtown business improvement district. Next year, with the council's approval, we will convert Court Street to two-way traffic. We'll complete the interactive water feature that John spoke of, thanks to Forward Janesville and the Ford Foundation. We'll complete the Dodge Street parking and the final connection to the Ice Age Trail along Milwaukee Street Bridge. Thanks to a generous donation from SSM Health, we're going to install a free and open to the public fitness court across the street on the green space next to the transfer center. We're going to convert River Street out here into a festival street where we can hold, festivals. I guess it's called a festival street, so we'll call it festival. But we can have art displays, car shows, concerts, farmers market, you name it. Whatever we want to do, we'll be able to shut that street down and enjoy that setup. And then lastly, right over here, we will begin to demolish and take down in 2018 Milwaukee Street Bridge. And then in 2019, we will build that up again. And so I would tell you that with these new amenities, I would encourage the community, the residents, the business owners, visitors, please, please, please come down, enjoy them, and enjoy being in downtown Janesville. And of course, with more people in our downtown, I'm very hopeful that we'll see thriving businesses and opportunities for residential development and improvements. Ladies and gentlemen, the revitalization of our downtown is just another indicator of a thriving community. A March 2016 article in The Atlantic described the indicators of a thriving community, as witnessed by two Americans, great Americans, James and Deb Fallows, and they traveled 54,000 miles back and forth across the United States, visiting small town America, midtown America, large town America. But in that article, they cite the following indicators of a thriving community. Number one, divisive national politics seem to be a distant concern because we're focused on our community. It says you can pick out the local patriots. I know I can, I'm sure you too can. Public-private partnerships are real. People know their civic story. They have a real downtown right here. They are near a research facility 30 miles away. They have and they care about a community college. We've got two. They have unusual schools. Depends on your interpretation of unusual, I guess. They make themselves open. And I would say as a city employee and the city manager, being open and sharing what's going on in the community is what we're all about. These cities, they have big plans, and Arise is one of them. And then most importantly for all of us in Wisconsin, they have craft breweries. Folks, this list describes Janesville to a T. We are a thriving community, and Arise will certainly help us move forward together. So now I've got some audience participation that I'd like you to help me with. So you heard all of the references to all things in. Are we interested? Are we involved? Are we intrigued? Etc., etc. And as you all know, I'm a veteran. Some would call me a tired old soldier. And one of the things that I miss most about being in the Army is that positive, always positive motivation. And the way that you express that in the Army is with the phrase, hooah. And you don't do it by just saying hooah. It comes from inside. It's part of who you are. And it sounds like this, hooah! So what I'm going to ask you is the question simple. I need you all to show me some motivation about Arise and about all the good things happening in downtown Janesville. And so with that, again, the response is a loud and thunderous hooah. Let's hope that they can hear us in Madison and down in Rockford. But I need to hear a loud and thunderous hooah to the following question. Janesville, are you in? Nicely done. All right. We're going to bring the folks down here to cut the ribbon and do the ribbon cutting. So I'd invite our before Janesville ambassadors, our city council members, other people that have been involved in this project. Please join us down here on the steps. Thank you.
Cut!